Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today we're gonna get into the 10 essential products you're gonna need to start making your own press-on nails. 2025 is the year that we shut these nail salons down and they're scamming ass prices. Oh, let's get back on track. There's no reason we should be spending $100 or more to get our nails done. Like, these were free because I did it myself. Everything that I mentioned today will be linked on my Amazon storefront, or if I can't find it there, it'll just be like individually linked in the description box, so check that out. So let's get into it. First thing you're gonna need is, of course, full coverage nail tips. So I highly recommend that you get a gel nail tip and not like the plastic ones that you can just find at the drugstore or whatever store. Gel nail tips add a lot more strength, they're more durable, and they'll make your press-on nails last longer, preventing them from breaking or cracking. So these are the Apres Gel X nail extensions, and they're a really good option. I feel like it's a really popular option, but I also love these two brands. So I love these nails from D&D Gel, I believe the brand name is. And then also, you guys know I love gel-fully nail tips. I just think they fit my nail bed so good. If you're making the press-on nails for yourself, you should just like play around with different brands, different shapes, different lengths until you just find what fits you the best. Personally, these gel-fully ones I think fit me the best. And then obviously the Apres nails are such a good option as well, especially if you're going to be making nails for other people and like making custom orders for people with different nail bed sizes and everything, because they have the most nail sizes that I've seen. They introduced these half sizes here. I don't know if you can see that, but they have how many options of sizes now? So there's 14 different sizes to choose from here, versus these gel-fully ones only have 12 different sizes, and these D&D nail tips only have 11 different sizes. So Apres definitely has the most. So the second essential product you're gonna need are nail stands. These are of course super important because you're gonna need something to place the nail tips on in order to paint them and decorate them and design them. These are pretty beat up because I use them all the time, but one thing I love about these is that they're actually acrylic. I used to have some hollow plastic ones and I switched them out for these solid acrylic ones because they have a little more weight and it helps prevent the nail stand from like tipping over and messing up your polish if you have wet polish on the nail tip and all that stuff. So highly recommend the acrylic nail stands over the plastic hollow ones. Moving on to our third essential product, I actually have two options here for you. One I personally think is way better and the option you should choose, but the second one actually comes with nail stands usually. So I'm talking about these little sticky tabs here. So these are nail glue sticky tabs, and this is what I use to stick the nail tip to the press-on nail stand in order to paint them. But like I mentioned, usually when you buy nail stands, they'll come with this little putty. The reason I don't recommend and I don't like this putty is because it leaves residue on the back of your nail tips. So when you're done painting them and everything, before you can apply them, you'll usually have to go through the back of all the nails and make sure it's wiped clean. So yeah, if you buy nail stands and they come with this little putty tabs, you could just use these. You don't have to go out and buy these little sticky tabs, although I highly recommend. But if we want to just keep it to the very basic essentials that you need, you could just use this. So next we're gonna get into some tools that you're gonna need to make press-on nails. I kind of grouped these all together. So I have a nail file, I have a nail buffer, and then I have my e-files. So I'm really just giving you guys different options, but these can all basically do the same task. Now if we wanna just keep it minimal, you can really do all the buffing and filing just with a nail file. I love this one from Gel-fully because it actually comes with just the metal base, and then you can get sticky tabs to actually replace the file once it becomes dull. One side is the 100 grit and this side is the 180 grit. So of course you're gonna need a nail file to file the nails. Most nail tips come with this little tiny tab on the end of the nail that you're gonna need to file off. And before I start polishing the nails, I always make sure to buff them out so that I can remove the shine and so that the paint has like a grittier surface to stick to. And you can buff the nails with just the nail file. It'll 100% get the job done, so you don't necessarily need a buffer, although you could use the buffer for this step, or you could use your e-file. I personally like to use my e-file, and I just have a sanding band on the end. So moving on to the fifth essential, you're of course going to need gel polishes. You don't need a huge collection to start. You can start your collection with just a few colors, and I highly recommend that you include a nude base into your collection. One of my favorite nudes, by the way, is Creme de la Femme from Gelish. It is like the perfect nude. When I used to do nails on clients, I feel like that polish just looked good on everybody's skin tone. Moving on to essential number 6, you're gonna need some top coat. I highly recommend a non-wipe top coat. I love a non-wipe top coat because once it's cured, you're done. You don't have to wipe away that sticky layer. I also really like this one from D&D Gel. Essential number 7 is a UV/LED lamp. This is my rechargeable lamp from a cart. I absolutely love this thing. It is essential to have a lamp in order to cure your nails if you're using gel polish, of course. But yeah, highly recommend this one. I just really like how this one doesn't have a cord at all because it's just convenient. The next essential that you're gonna need is nail glue. This is probably the best nail glue I've ever tried. This is the one from Beauty Secrets. It's about $6 a piece at Sally's. You can also get it on Amazon, but I usually pick it up at Sally's. And it's just amazing. It was viral on TikTok for a reason. And once I used this, I've never went back to another nail glue. So I really like this one. It also has this little, I don't even know what to call it, but the cap of it has this little thing. I guess it's to help it prevent it from drying out. But every time I see this, I have to pick up one because they sometimes be out of stock and I'm just like, no, I need this one or I cannot apply my press-on nails. So this next one is an essential for me, but you don't absolutely need this. And I'm talking about good overhead lighting. I don't have the best lighting in my room, but I have a really good overhead desk light that really helps me when I'm creating press-on nails. I feel like my space just needs to be bright and illuminated in order to see every little detail of the nails that I'm working on. So yeah, I think that's really important. It's an essential for me. You don't absolutely need it, but if you can invest in good overhead lighting, I highly suggest that you do so. I have this one here that has these 2 little arms and it's adjustable and it hangs over the table. It was actually gifted to me. I'm gonna try and find a link for this, if not something similar. I always have my actual room light on, and then I have my desk lamp, and then I also have this little vanity mirror that I recently got, and it's LED, so I turn that on as well because the more lighting the better in my opinion. Okay, so the next essential is definitely an essential for me as somebody who loves nail art, who loves to play around and try new designs, and that essential is nail art brushes. You don't absolutely need this if you're just a simple girl who just likes plain press-on nails or whatever the case may be, but I think these are essential, okay? It's always good to have a pack of nail art brushes on hand. These are perfect if you want to do French tips, if you want to do any kind of design, if you want to do flowers or whatever the case may be. Some nail art brushes, some good quality nail art brushes are definitely essential in my opinion. So those are my top 10 essentials to make press-on nails. This is everything that I use every single time I make nails, and what I think could be helpful for you if you're somebody who wants to get into making your own nails this year. You guys know I do my nail tutorials and I have a huge playlist on my YouTube channel, so if you haven't seen those videos, definitely go check them out, go binge watch them. But of course in those videos I talk about the products I use and I try to explain why I use them, but I figured it'd be nice to just have everything here in one video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.